Before I go and get started into this well-deserved Triple P, let me just say that my followers on Twitter ain't shit. And I'm going to tell you why. So, I posted up that Ben Carson had got the woo-woo. Before any article was really posted, it came across my TV screen. And I immediately put it on Twitter. And then all I saw was, oh, does that mean it's Triple P time? Or I saw a string of violin emojis up and down my timeline. And then even after people knew and saw that I had posted that Ben Carson had got the woo-woo, I had people who tagged me and post from confirmation pages. People left me multiple links. I got DMs, emails. I'm like, y'all already know that I knew that he got it, but y'all still sent it to me anyway, like I didn't already know. Who raised y'all? Y'all some heathens. Y'all so mean. But anyway, let's get into it. So, the guy who can't seem to keep his eyes open wide enough is wide awake right now because that woo-woo done got his ass. Well, not in that way. Not in that way. But it's on him now. It's attached to him, you know, like a leech. So, Ben Carson is the latest Trump official to test positive for the virus. And it's crazy because I think they said Tim Meadow tested positive before him. And Tim Meadow, to my knowledge, just tested positive like a day or two ago. So it's very, very close. I'm telling y'all, when this administration is done, they're going to have to disinfect that entire White House. I mean, from top to bottom. At this point, if they can't even disinfect it, they might have to have them stay at another location because it's too risky to stay there at this point. It really is. But let's get into this article. Housing and Urban Development Secretary Ben Carson tested positive for the virus on Monday, his Deputy Chief of Staff Coulter Baker confirmed to CNN. Secretary Carson has tested positive for the virus. He is in good spirits and feels fortunate to have access to effective therapeutics, which aid and markedly speed his recovery. Baker said in a statement. An aide added that Carson, age 69, tested positive Monday morning at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. After experiencing symptoms, he is no longer at the hospital. Now, isn't that some full circle circumstances, considering that that's where 45 had to go when he tested positive for the woo-woo back in October? Carson's chief of staff, Andrew Hughes, disclosed the secretary's positive diagnosis in an all-staff letter, writing, "He is resting at his house and is already beginning to feel better." Hughes also said staff would be notified if they've been in contact with Carson and that all precautions are being taken. Later Monday afternoon, two sources confirmed to CNN that another individual in Trump's orbit, David Bossie, now I didn't hear about this one, had tested positive for the virus. See what I mean? They're all coming. So this, like they said, you know how they kept talking about a super spreader? It's there. It's somebody there in that cabinet, in that vicinity that has it, that keeps spreading it from person to person. Now, 45 claims he no longer had it, but I'm telling you, let's just say hypothetically he doesn't have it at this point anymore. Doesn't mean no one else there has it, and it keeps on spreading, and it's going to keep on spreading until it gets out of the area. But for right now, as it seems, it looks like it's still there. And with as many people that are still there, it's going to continue to spread. They're going to have to quarantine everybody and confine them to that location. They cannot let nobody come in, nor can anybody leave. And what a time for it to happen the week after the election. Light bulb moment. Is this their little plot for them to try not to leave? I don't know. They probably like, let's keep this thing contained right here so we don't have to leave up out of here. But you know, hey, weirder things have happened. The diagnosis came days after he was tapped to oversee the Trump campaign's legal challenges contesting the outcome of the election. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, don't put that label on me, but that line right there kind of gives me the side eye. Carson attended an election night party where White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, okay, my bad, I called him Tim Meadows, I meant Mark Meadows, and nearly every other attendee was not wearing a mask. Meadows and 4 others in Trump's orbit subsequently tested positive last week, which was the week of the election. Carson, a retired neurosurgeon and a member of the White House Virus Task Force. Now, isn't that interesting? He's a member of the woo-woo task force, and he ends up catching it. Why? Because he wants to go to a party with a group of PC individuals and not wear a mask. Now, I don't know if he didn't wear a mask, but they said pretty much virtually everybody there wasn't wearing one. So He probably wasn't either. Now that's the crazy thing. He's a whole neurosurgeon dealing with surgery of the brain, and he operates like he doesn't have a brain of his own. Isn't that rather poetic? Anyway, they said he was a member of the task force. He was spotted maskless. Oh, there it is. At several Trump campaign events leading up to Election Day, including a Trump campaign rally in Waterford Township, Michigan on October 30th. Carson's diagnosis was first reported by ABC News. Social media posts by Carson and Trump supporters indicate that the housing secretary was traveling to campaign for the president in the Southeast before Election Day. Black Voices for Trump posts indicate that Carson and his wife Candy traveled to events in Florida and Georgia ahead of the election. Masks went largely unworn during the events, and the Carsons were photographed without masks, posing shoulder to shoulder with supporters. They better check his wife, because she may have it too. 9 times out of 10 she might. And a Facebook post from the Carsons on November 1st states, over the past few days we have attended many political events in our personal capacities. The new set of positive virus diagnoses within the president's orbits comes a month after Trump's own bout with the disease. After Meadows and 4 other staffers tested positive last week, Trump campaign staffers told CNN they were furious that the campaign never informed them about positive cases among staff. Meadows had been in the office multiple times that week without a mask, meaning he 9 times out of 10 had it. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Mark Meadows was he asymptomatic, because they said he was in office multiple times without the mask. Could he be the super spreader? The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the risk of severe illness from the woo-woo increases as individuals get older, and that 8 in 10 virus-related deaths reported in the U.S. has been among adults age 65 or older. Old Uncle Ben, that definitely qualifies for you because you are 4 years older than the limit that they give. Men are also more likely than women to suffer severe illness or die from the virus, according to the CDC. Damn. This guy got pretty much struck with the ring of death. It says this story has been updated with additional reporting on Carson's diagnosis. All I'm gonna say is this: he better be careful, because he must have forgotten what happened to Mr. 999. You know, he got it when he went to a rally back in, what was it, June? The one that he had in Tulsa. And then he got it, what, a couple weeks later, or tested positive, and then by the end of July, he was gone. So, to my knowledge, I think that they're around the same age. And both men are, while they are some tap dancing Sambos, they are black men at the end of the day. And ironically, staunch 45 supporters and ass kissers and brown nosers. And I think that Ben Carson was one of the people that didn't believe that this thing was real and that it was a hoax. I keep telling people, keep thinking this thing isn't real, and it's gonna come back and bite you in the rear. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Although y'all pretty much let me know what y'all thought in the comments on Twitter. But I'm curious to see what y'all gotta say on here.